Hello, welcome back to my channel. Weeks sure fly by so fast. Seems like I just did last week's yesterday. Anyway, I hope you're all well and doing great and enjoying yourselves. And I want to always thank you for joining me, for subscribing, for commenting, and for sharing. And welcome all my new members. I'm very happy you are here too. So today's topic is a galactic message about rainbows. I want to mention that, and I think I might have mentioned this before, but we are all pieces of a puzzle. And I also want to tell you, don't laugh, but I write a lot of the notes that they give me, and I decided mainly to read them instead of trying to memorize them, because I want to share with you the power. Later I'm going to share with you the power of you, but I want to share with you the power of what goes on outside the universe. So about 3 or 4 weeks ago, I did a video, and I didn't follow the guidance of the messages that they gave me. I mean, I said a lot of them, but then I went off on a tangent to the point that when I do that, I just want you to know that I can't share the video. They don't allow me to share it. So I record the video on Movie Maker and then put it out on YouTube. So I don't do these live, of course, but it wouldn't share. And it took me 6 times to figure out what it was they did not want me to say before allowing me to share the video. So I'm just letting you know that this is why I read it now. Anyway, and also the power. You have to know about the power that you have, that they have, so you don't fall into so much of your fears. Anyway, I mentioned before that we're all pieces of a puzzle, and I have many roles, but my messages from them are always on the outcome. They are always giving me super powerful, positive messages and healing messages, because that's my role. So this is why this video is about the future, but how it all unfolds beforehand or after, I don't know. I have no clue. I just know about the rainbows right now and all the joyful and the parties and that I've mentioned before. So since the beginning of 2013, a lot of my poetic messages were about rainbows. And whenever they gave me a message, proof synchronized into my life. So, that's like 7 years ago. So we haven't been seeing the rainbows that we see now, not 7 years ago, but I trust what I receive and I express what I get, if that makes sense. I don't make this stuff up. So when I drove into, well, as soon as I passed the border of California into Oregon, it was winter time, it was raining, and Oregon is full of trees, and they were evergreen trees. It's a mountain pass, and off in the distance there was about 7 trees that were rainbow colors. So that's how it synchronized with my poetry. Then when I got into Portland and I did get my place, it was winter, so there was no leaves on the trees, and I would walk outside and I would look at this tree, and it'd have like water droplets on the branches, but they were all different colors of the rainbow. And it was just amazing. And then even when I drove up to this complex, I called first before I had gone there. And the lady who was the lease manager, she walks out because she was expecting me. And the first thing she says is, I can't believe when you called me and I was only around the corner. She said it was pouring down rain, and it wasn't raining where I was around the corner, but in any case, she said it was pouring down rain. Then you drove up and the sky opened up and all these rainbows came out. So anyway, I just wanted to share that because it was so cool. And the last week that I was in Oregon, which was 2 years later, also in the winter, I was always looking for rainbows in the forest because I thought they were going to appear sooner than, later, which is coming up now. So that was 6 years ago. Anyway, I had taken a picture of these trees because I was in the forest, and I said, well, where's the rainbow? And a voice said, well, take another picture. And I took another picture, and there was this huge rainbow ball on the side of the tree. So power that they have, power that you have. You've got to know your powers. And I'm not talking about taking power and using it against the universe or against people. It's what you can do, what you can create, what you can have, what you can see, and what you ask for, and what you can change in the world with your powers positively, never negatively. So, the other, I also forgot to mention I do have 2 rainbow poems. One that goes with this message, and one that I got yesterday that I'm going to read after I tell you this. So anyway, now I'm being flooded with these rainbow poems because the time is near. Near doesn't mean like next week. It just means it's coming soon. But remember, the only real time is present moment. So when I was receiving the information 6 years ago, near was 6 years later. So I'm not saying that it's going to be 6 years later because I know it's going to be this year because it's already started, but I just wanted to throw that in there. So no matter what's going on around you, your life is within. Everything you want to know is within. It's already coded in your DNA. So I've been saying this almost every week. If you have questions, you don't know what to do, you don't know how to do something, what's the best way to do this, the best way to do that, blah, blah, blah. You go within, you ask yourself, and wait for the answer, and you will get it. You've got to be patient. And you have to listen to the first thought. Always the first thought that comes in your head is your guidance. It's like you've got your thoughts and then you have your ego. So you can say like, oh, what's the best color I should wear? And the first thought that comes in your head is red. Okay, let's just go with that. And then your ego comes in and goes, well, you don't look good in red, and I don't think red is the right color for you. And, that's your ego trying to keep you from following your guidance. So I think you know that now, but just in case that you don't, I just want to share that with you. So, I also want to bring up the fact that I listen to Blossom Goodchild, who she also channels the Galactic Federation of Light, but they actually enter into her body and they speak through her. So she channels them that way. That is her mission. And so when she talks, her face changes, her voice changes, because the spirit comes in her body and speaks through her. So I've been following her since I think 2008 or 9. So long time. This is how I know that my messages are from them, because all my poetry would come before she would give her message, and it would be the same message that she would say as a channel. So I suggest you go on YouTube, search Blossom Goodchild's channel of White Rainbow, White Cloud is who she channeled, and he shares a rainbow meditation. So first came out the rainbow meditation. This was just this week. And then these 2 rainbow poems, which I'm going to read right now. In fact, the photo outside my video is this picture, the rainbow trees. Our rainbow world. We are rainbow light on our new plight. Rainbow colored trees will be the norm, a new sight to adorn, filling up our planet forevermore. Rainbow skies, rainbow clouds, it's our planet coming alive. As all those lies created density, kept us hidden, kept our planet disguised, soon to dissipate right before our eyes. Our hearts will sing a song of love as our whole planet rises above to a planet, from a planet once dark to only love. Oh, the joys we will sing, dancing in a ring, holding hands, being free into our new destiny. When all is said and done, this is what our world will become. Heaven on earth. This is our new rebirth. Now that was today, what this video is about. And yesterday, hang on just a minute, I've got to find it. It was about rainbow skies. Rainbow colors in our atmosphere, soon to be here, like bursting flames, which will also rearrange your focus too. It will be so powerful, you can't help but find the real you. Our universe is key to changing your reality, as you are all learning to see beyond the illusions, beyond the lies, finally realizing there is so much more you did not see. You are beginning to understand. Life is making more sense. It's not bad but grand. Releasing your fears and duality, coming to grips with how we are not separate but one, as we are all guided and connected under the sun. New realizations coming to mind, how we also are connected to the divine. It's making more sense as we go, awakening in masses, ready for our new show of rainbow skies, which brings us to our knees, laughing, being joyful, but most of all, finally free. Nose itches. So what's the point? I hope you got the point. The point is that no matter how it appears, because there's still so much fear always going in front of you, but remember, you've been led by third dimensional people. These politicians, the governors, I'm not going to say Trump. I'm going to exclude Trump because he's the one who's making this all come about. So all the other presidents, those who govern the cities, the states, they all live in the old paradigm of fear. But they not only live in the paradigm of fear, all of that has to do with how they've controlled you. So some of them might just be pretty cool and just live in fear, and other ones, obviously, they don't. But they keep spreading the lies and the propaganda. Now, yesterday on the internet, and this was like on regular news, I saw an article how, they made a mistake and said 67,000 people died from the coronavirus, but it was only 37,000. Well, trust me, I'm sure it wasn't even 37,000, but it really doesn't matter. You see, the point is, none of it matters. None of it. So they rule by evil and fear, then they spread lies and propaganda, and then us light workers speak the truth, and then the word conspiracy theory came out. Now, I don't know if you know this, but any word that continues can be stuck in the dictionary. There's a lot of words that have changed. And that's what they did. They made this word, the conspiracy theory, so you all wouldn't believe this. The truth that we've been speaking forever and ever. So just think about it. Ask yourself, really, how does it feel? Because it's not logic, it's feeling. So what's the positive about the virus? The positive is that you're all changing how you see the world. You're changing your lifestyle. You're noticing that you've been stressed over work and, getting up and working 80 hours a week for money, and all these other things that some of you have been doing. Because that's the way they put you out there. But now it's about going in and going within and only following your guidance and only listening to your guidance and only trusting your guidance. So when something comes up, then you don't fall into it. You check yourself, ask yourself, have a relationship with your higher self. Learn how to sway. I've done it in a few videos. And then what feels good? Does fear feel good? Oh, hell no. But what is fear? Also, guilt, anxiety, stress, disease. Do you know that fear, which creates guilt, anxiety, and stress, creates disease because you're not at ease or at peace with yourself. You're not flowing with reality. You're flowing against it. That's what it does. You need to remember these things when you fall into negative thoughts. Because negative thoughts, we're energy. And everything is energy. Everything on the planet is energy, including your thoughts and your words. Negative thoughts attract negative energy and make you feel bad. Positive thoughts raise your vibration, attract more positive energy, and you feel good. So way back when I began this, and I want to tell you that I've been doing this for 40 years. 40 years I've been following, practicing, guiding, testing, and seeing how it all is reality. Not the illusion, but other things that I speak about. That's reality. That's your truth. So, it's not logical. It's feeling. So, in the past, way back in the 80s, I used to say, if I was depressed, I would say I'm happy. Now, just by saying I'm happy didn't make me happy. I had to repeat it till I felt it. And that's what you need to do until you feel it. So you're depressed. I'm happy, 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 I'm happy. However many times you have to say it, you will feel the difference. Do you see? I love myself, I love myself, I love myself. Anything you want to change, you just say it, you just do it. You don't have to do anything else. It's not difficult. Yes, there's a lot of people who say you have to do these things or you have to do that. You've got to do this to ascend, which creates more fear, right? Because then are you doing it enough? Are you right? No, you can't look at it that way because it's not positive. Because trust me, you all have a contract. You all going to awaken when it's your time and not any time sooner. And no one's going to be left behind. So there isn't another earth, which I wasn't sure of because other people had said that. It's this earth right here, which has been veiled and covered in darkness. And so the darkness is lifting, more light is surfacing because more people are awakening, and the rainbows will appear. You see, that's how it works. Simple. So we give, uplifting messages about love, self-knowledge, self-power, and the rainbows. In the past, people would accuse me of living a fantasy or a dream, or I'm stupid. I mean, I can't even tell you how verbally abused I've been. And I just know what I know, and no one is going to change that. That's where you need to get to. And in order to get to that is practicing becoming your true self every single day. And it starts with self-love. I have grown and grown and grown, and I'm learning new things every single day. Every day for the last 40 years. And before the 40 years, I was guided. I already knew things that people didn't know, and they thought I was nuts too. So, whatever. So you go within, you learn total self-love, you release your past, your guilt, all those negative emotions, and you forgive everything that everyone's ever done to you. And you don't call them up on the phone and forgive them. You just do it yourself. Because when you forgive someone, even if you mention their name, guess what? Words are energy. Where do those words go? It automatically goes to them. They pick it up. And it might be their higher self that picks it up, is my point too. Because if you called them on the phone and they weren't awake, then telling them that you're sorry won't even mean that much to them, is what my point is. And live only in the present moment. Don't worry about when these rainbows will appear, because they've already started appearing at night in the skies, but they're going to become obviously much more intense. And I'm sure when you all see a whole world full of rainbows, you're not going to be upset because you're going to feel the love from it. And if you don't want to say, I am happy or I am free or whatever, you always must at least say daily, in the morning, at night, and in the middle of the afternoon, I am the light, I am the truth, I am the love, I am. Remember, they're coded words. They are extremely powerful. I was chatting with a girl in Nigeria who asked me how to raise her vibration. And I told her, just say this, just say this. And so she did and came back and said, wow, that is so powerful. So I mentioned this last week. Tell your friends, even those who aren't awake, hey, you know what? You've been depressed. I know you don't believe anything. That's fine. But you know what? Just do this. Just say, I am the light. I am the love. I am the truth. I am. Just say it like, I don't know, 5 or 6 times. And I bet you will feel better. And then they will see it for themselves. Remember the monkey used to say, I hear no evil, I see no evil, I speak no evil. Now, that is pretty much what I'm telling you. You don't see it. You do if you focus on it, so you don't focus on it. You focus on the poetry, focus on the beauty. You focus on anything that's positive, anything that raises your vibration, anything that makes you feel good. Put yourself in the present moment. Do what makes you feel good. If it's painting, if it's writing, if it's reading a book, if it's playing with your children, if it's playing with toys, fixing a puzzle, walking in nature, taking photos of flowers, whatever. There's a lot to do that's positive. Because, again, positive words and positive thoughts lift your vibration. So, another thing, think about this. When you go into your house or in the room at night, it's dark. And what do? You turn the switch on. You turn the light on. Let there be light. Look at yourself as a switch. Turn the dark switch off. Turn your light switch on. And trust me, you will soar into the world with love, light, and happiness, and be more freer than you've ever felt before. So, you are powerful. You are gifted. You are love. Turn your switch on. Have a great week. I hope you enjoyed this. And remember, like, comment, share, subscribe. Thanks for joining. Bye. Have a great, great, great day.